Hello everyone, it's Lazarus here from Lazarus Productions, and today we have a very special episode for you guys. We are here in Manchester to have an exclusive look at the Batman Unmasked exhibition. Have a look around. That is the official Christian Bale suit from Batman The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. Absolutely incredible. I made my way down to the Batman Unmasked exhibition right here in the heart of the city. It's all in honour of Batman's 85th anniversary. That's right, The Dark Knight is officially 85 years old. As a lifelong Batman fan, there was no way I was missing this. I had to experience it in person. From the pages of Detective Comics 27 in 1939 to the silver screen and beyond, Batman has evolved not just as a superhero, but as a cultural icon. This exhibition brings together costumes, props, and designs that span every era of the Bat, from Michael Keaton to Christian Bale, and now Robert Pattinson. To kick things off, we had a quick introduction from the one and only Jim Lee, comic book legend and DC Chief Creative Officer.
Orphaned as a child, his parents were tragically struck down in front of him. Bruce Wayne, in the name of his murdered parents, wages eternal war on the criminals of Gotham City. This vow leads him to become the Batman, a symbol meant to instill fear into the hearts of criminals everywhere. Batman is one of the most iconic fictional characters in the world, notable for not having superpowers other than his intelligence, determination, and tight sack. In the shadows of Gotham City, Batman, aided by his trusted allies, is a bastion of justice and vigilance. But a superhero is only as compelling as the supervillains he faces. Throughout the years, Batman has confronted some of the most sinister adversaries imaginable, from the chillingly insane Joker to the enigmatic and calculating Riddler. Created by Bob Kane with Bill Finger, Batman first appeared in 1939's Detective Comics number 27. Batman is recognized across the globe thanks to his portrayal in universally beloved comics, TV shows, cartoons, and movies. From Adam West in the hit 1966 series to the latest Cape Crusader, as portrayed by Robert Pattinson in Batman, the image of Batman is reinvented for every generation by incredible writers and artists both behind the camera and at the drawing board. While I was in college, I was there to prep to apply to medical school because that is what my parents wanted me to be. When I was a senior in 1986, I read The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller. That is what really inspired me to try my hand as a comic book artist. It's not a unique story, as there's so many fans all around the world that I get to meet who've been inspired by Batman, one of the most beloved and iconic characters. Batman has truly helped legions of fans get through many a difficult time. Without having read that graphic novel, I don't think I'd be here with you all today celebrating 85 years of the Cape Crusader. You're about to enter a first-of-a-kind experience in the UK and the world of Batman. All the props, costumes, weapons, and vehicles you're about to see are the originals used by the actors in the movies we all love. There are no replicas. We have carefully curated some of the most exciting artifacts that come directly from the Warner Brothers studio archives, many of them being displayed in public for the very first time. As we celebrate 85 years of Batman, let us remember the impact this legendary character has had on popular culture and the lives of fans everywhere. And now, without further ado, we welcome you to Batman Unmasked exhibition.
Welcome to Batman Unmasked. Let's go over the house rules.
Hello, Hannah.
Hello?
Hi, Jim.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I completely forgot to tell you how to start your adventure. Can you guys see a bat statue anywhere in the room?
Has anyone seen a bat statue?
For all you eagle-eyed viewers, the red fawn is actually a replica from the Batman 60s TV show.
Okay, so would anyone like to read out what it says on the front of the statue? Anyone? Spot on, yes. It says, "Towards family I fly." So, give a quick look around the room. Is there anything that might signify what we do next? So, see one hand, two hands? You would be correct. So, as you can see here, there's a family portrait on the wall. So, what do you think we do with the statue? Anyone want to come give it a go? See what happens? Yeah? You just turn it like this. Yeah, that's the one. So this is the point where the floor opens up.
Let's get going. Now take a look at this. As soon as the doors opened, we were greeted by the official Bat Cycle from Robert Pattinson's The Batman. Everything in this exhibition is the real deal, straight from the Warner Brothers archives. Every item is authentic, and many of them have never been seen here in the UK before. It was an absolute treat. Now this is Robert Pattinson's Bat motorcycle from the Batman. Look at that. First up was the grifter suit. I really enjoyed the ultra-realistic approach Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson took with their version of Batman. It is probably the most realistic take we've ever had on the Caped Crusader. The details throughout the exhibition were incredible. Even looking at Batman's desk setup, you could see how Warner Brothers tailored the news segments specifically to Manchester. That was a really cool touch. It's the tiniest details that make a massive difference. Quite possibly the best logo in all of comic book history. Besides the Superman's S-shield, nothing even comes close to that Batman logo. It's just a work of art. Absolutely fantastic. then had a look at all the different batarangs used throughout the years. And let's not forget the iconic Batman credit card.
7 million. Never leave the cave without it.
I wish I had one of those myself. We also saw the gauntlets from Christian Bale's Batman, along with the bat bombs and backpack from that China extraction scene in The Dark Knight. This had to be one of the most legendary moments in superhero cinema. As a massive Batman and DC fan, I was completely in awe. Here's the official Ben Affleck Batarang from Batman v Superman. Honestly, it's a tragedy we never got a standalone Ben Affleck Batman movie, or a proper direct sequel to Man of Steel. Rumour had it that Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke would have been the main villain. That would have been absolutely insane. It doesn't get more iconic than this. Wow, look at this place. Moving on to the suits, we saw Robert Pattinson's Batsuit, Christian Bale's suit, and for the first time ever on UK soil, Michael Keaton's original suit from Batman 89 and The Flash. I've got so many memories watching all these films over the years. My personal favourite though is The Dark Knight. I cannot believe I'm stood next to this thing. This is cinema history right here. You cannot get more iconic than The Dark Knight himself. Not just my favourite comic book movie, but honestly one of the greatest films ever made. I truly believe that. Christopher Nolan took a lot of inspiration from Michael Mann's Heat, which is another absolute classic. Please let me know in the comments below who your favourite Batman is. Next up was a selection of bat belts, the most realistic and grounded version being Robert Pattinson's. His entire suit feels the most real world out of them all, and I'm excited to see how they evolve this in future films. We have Matt Reeves to thank for this. Now check this out. Every Batman cowl from all the films was on display right here in Manchester. Now George Clooney gets a lot of stick for Batman and Robin.
I freeze. I'm Batman.
He's now the only Batman to appear in 2 failed versions. We are witnessing cinema history here, everyone. So on display were cowls worn by Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, both standard and armoured versions, Robert Pattinson, and even the animated style one worn by Will Arnett in the Lego Batman movie. Wow, that's some history right there. A very special shout out to the venue itself. The smoke effects and the old train station setting made it feel like we've stepped right into Gotham City itself. Brilliant work from Warner Brothers and DC. They really nailed the atmosphere. That was an experience of a lifetime. Exiting the Batman area, we walked into the Joker Arkham Asylum room, which to be completely honest felt a bit like filler. This was followed by a Poison Ivy themed space, a Riddler corridor and a Joker mirror room. Eventually we made our way to the villain section of the exhibition. Display was Heath Ledger's nurse outfit from The Dark Knight, as well as his clown mask from the iconic bank heist opening scene.
then moved on to Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn outfit from Suicide Squad, and further along were costumes from the Batman, including Catwoman's cowl and Penguin's full suit worn by Colin Farrell. Now, Colin Farrell absolutely smashed that role. It was actually his second comic book villain after playing Bullseye in Daredevil. If you haven't already, make sure you check out The Penguin Season 1. It's one of my favourite DC shows alongside Peacemaker. Batman truly has one of the best, or if not the best, rogues gallery in all of comic book history. Easily up there with Spider-Man and Superman. We also saw Joaquin Phoenix's Joker outfit. Now, I thought the first film was absolutely intense and brilliant, but the second, a total letdown. It honestly didn't need to be made. A lot of recent DC films fell into that trap, and that's a big part of why the whole Hamadaverse actually tanked. As previously mentioned, Batman and Robin is definitely a guilty movie pleasure of mine. But let's be real, it pretty much killed an entire genre at the time. It wasn't until Marvel released Blade that superhero movies started to bounce back. Speaking of Batman and Robin, the costume for Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze was actually gigantic. You don't realise how big it is until you're standing right in front of it. Next up, we got to see Cillian Murphy's Scarecrow mask. Fun fact, he originally auditioned to play Batman, but Nolan saw something else in him and offered him Scarecrow instead. Underrated villain and a perfect fit. Also saw Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy suit, the Bane mask from The Dark Knight Rises, and Jim Carrey's Riddler costume from Batman Forever. There were also some cool little props, like the letters from the Batman, and even Mr. Freeze's slippers. No, seriously.
Darkness is your ally.
Right, everyone, I cannot believe yet again I'm stood next to this piece of cinema history. This is Heath Ledger's nurse outfit from The Dark Knight, and Joaquin Phoenix's suit from his Joker film is just over there. So now a fun fact for you guys. Joaquin Phoenix and Heath Ledger were really good friends, and they both won the Best Acting Oscar for the same role. I've never heard of anything like this before. It's unreal. And both performances absolutely nailed it. Tom Hardy's Bane mask from The Dark Knight Rises. And here we have Jim Carrey's iconic Riddler outfit. That was from Batman Forever, starring Val Kilmer as Batman. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
Last but not least was the Tumbler.
For the moment you've all been waiting for. Look at the size of this absolute beast.
Seeing this beast up close was something else. It's not just a Batmobile, it's a tank. Seeing the detailing, the size and how grounded it feels in real-world military design, you can tell why Nolan chose this look for his version of Batman. It completely redefined what the Batmobile could be. It's one thing watching it tear through Gotham on screen, but standing next to it in real life, you really appreciate how badass it is. I would also love to see the Ben Affleck Batman v Superman Batmobile in person one day. Finishing up in the last room, there was some fun photo ops, Batman comics, a Batman Skeletrix, video installations and even some PlayStation 5s with interactive content. One comic in particular that caught my eye was Absolute Power. Definitely one to keep an eye on. The soundtrack throughout the entire exhibition was top tier too. Although not official movie scores, it really added to the immersion. Big respect to Warner Brothers for putting together such an awesome experience. It was absolutely epic from start to finish. To wrap it up, I had a quick chat with one of the staff. The service was fantastic through and through, and I can honestly say I'd recommend this to anyone, whether you're a hardcore Batman fan or just into superhero culture. This is Lazarus, rising from the algorithm one video at a time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and click that notifications bell. It really helps push the content out and keeps me motivated to keep bringing you the best. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you all in the next one.